Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nayla Septia from Scholar Victory Plus. In this video, I'll be presenting my speech on the theme of optimistic to face COVID-19 during Ramadan fasting. I'm representing the public speaking competition conducted by the Pesantren MEBS Kebumen. One more week, Ramadan fasting is about to start. Are you guys ready to undergo fasting again? Needless to say, this year's Ramadan feels quite different from before. A little bit challenging, if you may say, with the COVID-19 virus outbreak and how it also restricted social interactions. And yes, it is a challenge to experience fasting during COVID-19 despite the challenges and constraints amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And dealing with COVID-19, maintaining a good hygiene and also supporting and maintaining our immune system are effective and crucial as a preventive approach. Although it is hard, I am very optimistic to undergo this year Ramadan fasting, the feeling of accomplishedness after the sound of azan, or the freshness taste of water after the first gulp, and how food tastes exceptionally different every single day. And besides the goodness of food and beverages, spending time with your family and friends, the fact that Ramadan fasting brings us closer by conducting buka bersama or any other events. But personally, I miss the way that my family celebrates Ramadan fasting. Every single day, we will cook starting from 4 p.m. until it's time to break. We will divide jobs. For instance, I will peel potatoes and my sister will cut the potatoes and my mom and dad will start cooking on the stove. And so on. Then we will pray together each day. And yes, I don't miss the feeling of appetence and holding my thirst and hunger, but without these both, it won't feel like Ramadan fasting. These are the complementary effects of Ramadan fasting. And the fact that we are experiencing Ramadan at a time so fragile and danger just made it seem worse considering that there is a deadly virus spreading. In such a unprecedented situation, there are many Muslims who doubt that whether they can fast or not. People might think that the biggest challenge when fasting in COVID-19 is our nutrition and considering that we are fasting. But in fact, it is evident that fasting can improve your overall health when fasting is done a healthy way. And I know it's risky and doubtful. I am still optimistic in experiencing Ramadan fasting because we can still put safety measures in place. For instance, having bukber online instead of on site, and limiting visits outside your house, and most importantly, eating enough nutrition and calories during the fasting period. With having sufficient nutrition and calories, or basically energy, you are able to prevent the feeling of appetence and fulfilling your nutrition, which reduces the chances of getting COVID itself. And the fact that we are staying at home, personally, I tend to eat when I get bored. If I have nothing to do or like my phone is dead or my laptop is low battery, I would just go to the kitchen or the fridge and look for food. And this is such a big problem for me and maybe some of you because it might be a burden during fasting since we need to eat every hour or so. Hence, eating enough nutrition and energy will prevent this. And obviously, by restricting the amount of visits outside the house reduces your bonds or your activities with your family and cousins. Hence, to accept this, you can conduct online activities like online bookber and like any activities that could strengthen your bonds. And yes, you still can visit your family and cousins once or twice, but still applying the safety measures to prevent COVID-19. For example, like conducting PCR or antigen tests and 24/7 conducting the physical distancing. With this, you still can undergo a safe and fun Ramadan fasting, but still considering the safety measures due to COVID-19 precautions. Hence, COVID-19 may seem as a burden to your family and you, but don't let COVID-19 be an inconvenience to you for your family bonds or like something you should get rid of. So don't be pessimistic and start being optimistic. Therefore, this concludes my speech and I hope you're benefited by my speech. And remember, sewindu semakin maju. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.